Hello, my fam, and I'm gonna assume that most of you are watching me right now through the YouTube player and not through Facebook, because Facebook can suck my everything. Yesterday, Facebook notified me that my two main accounts, Perez Hilton and The Perez Hilton, were guilty of clickbait, which is BS. They even gave two examples, which I contested, which were clearly not clickbait. One of the two examples they said was me doing clickbait was a link to one of my daily recap videos, which was very lengthy. It was very descriptive. So as a result of me falsely, not really sharing clickbait on Facebook, now for 2 weeks they are going to push down my content in people's feeds. You know what? I don't even care. I care, but at the same time, you know what? Facebook sucks. First, they want you to pay money to have your content seen by more people. Now they're pulling this stunt. Facebook is a scam. Facebook sucks. Basically everything sucks. Facebook sucks. YouTube sucks. I've been feeling real crappy about YouTube too. Let me not linger on that because I have a lot of tea to spill today. Water. There was a lot of chatter about a possible wedding between Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau. I don't even know her name after all of these months and time. I'm not gonna stop and start. I'm just like in the worst mood. I'm gonna keep going. My friend. Oh, let's pretend there's tea in here. I'm gonna try to make this my clip that I promote. Woo! This is hot! Okay, everybody, and by everybody, I mean a very small group of people are chatting about Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau. Did they or didn't they get married? Well, that's exactly what these two want us to be thinking, to be asking, to be talking about. My favorite thing I saw, though, recently was in the last few hours, there was a headline which read verbatim, quote, Bella Thorne's ex, Tana Mongeau, I can't get her name right, which is kind of hilarious. You know what? I actually think Tana's last name may hurt her career a little bit. Do you think it will? It seems inconsequential or silly, but I truly believe that Nicole Scherzinger's last name hindered her star status. Anyways, take 3. My friend, everybody is talking about Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau. And by everybody, I mean a small group of people. But I find this story really juicy, and I want to dive into it. Okay. Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau want us to believe that they got married yesterday. Or maybe they really did. Either option, they did or they didn't. It was clear and calculated to release these photos to get us all talking. Why? Well, earlier this week, Tana Mongeau released the first episode of her new MTV series, Tana Turns 21. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that this new photo drop and possible wedding was just a concerted effort to get attention to her reality show, which I watched, so you didn't have to. And if you did, maybe we have the same thoughts on the show. Thank God I got through that. Okay, my thoughts on Tana Turns 21. This is a show just for YouTube. So the bar is lower than if it would have been for television. At first, I thought it was odd that they didn't give any context as to who Tana Mongeau is. But it's not for TV. The YouTube audience knows who she is, but does the MTV audience know who she is? I think it was a missed opportunity to not set up the Tana story better. And also, if they would have done that, maybe she would have come across more likable. Because I watched all 14 and some minutes of it, and she does not come across likable. That's a huge problem for a reality show. You need to be rooting for the person you're watching. If it's a single person show. If it's an ensemble show, then there's lots of people that you could be rooting for or against. I was missing some context, some backstory, even just hyping her up and explaining why is she such a big deal. Like, list how many followers she has. They didn't do that. Hold on, I gotta respond to this. Also, I would have loved to have learned or heard about her family. Even just like why she got into YouTube. Like, make her human. Make her like that. This is why the show's gonna fail. Because even if she's not likable, even if she's not empathetic, sympathetic, deep, anything, a good producer and a good editor could have made her be likable. MTV has failed her. But the really interesting, and this is gonna kill Tana. The real star of Tana Turns 21 is her manager, Jordyn. He is likable, smart, a star. I don't think he does YouTube. Does he do YouTube himself? Because he could have a real career in front of the camera and as an influencer himself. And he's got all the relationships. He can be his own manager, really. We saw her friends from Vegas that were part of her crew, and they were fine. You know, they're wallpaper. Who cares? But yeah, we'll see. It got a good amount of views, you know, several million views, over 2 million views. Speaking of YouTubers, Tasha K, that false, perpetual liar of a gossip vlogger, has countersued Cardi B for $3 million. And that's good for business, let me tell you. Getting herself some headlines, smart. I had thankfully not thought of Tasha K in a long time until I read this headline. So blissful I was without thinking of her. Tasha K claims that Cardi B advocated for gang members to handle her. Lawyer tactics. All right, enough YouTubers. I want to talk about Meghan Markle because she has really gotten the people talking. But before I get to Meghan Markle, I need to shout out 2 very special members of my fam. Fairy Grasshopper. Fairy Grasshopper. I love Fairy Grasshopper. And Dolly Doll. I think it's Dolly Doll. I accidentally deleted the first letter of her first name. Dolly Doll. Dolly Doll, I believe. I love you both. I love any single person watching this right now. Hold on. ¿Qué pasa? Ves a tu cuarto. Ves a tu cuarto. Ven acá, mi amor. Ves a tu cuarto. Oh, está bien. Está bien. Está bien. Está bien. Mía. Te quiero mucho. ¿Ya estamos bien?
Si ella le tiró la pelota en la cara tan duro.
Oh, ¿quieres jugar con Mayito? ¿Quieres jugar con Yito? Mayito, ¿me puedes cuidar a Maite?
Sí.
Gracias. Ok. Ok, te veo en unos minutos. I just, I don't care. I don't care if my videos aren't perfect or polished or anything. I honestly don't even care if people watch anymore. Like, I'm so tempted to just turn off and I'm not going to. This is a job, Job. Oh, wait, I just got an update. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, stupid. No! And days like this are why Meghan McCain probably explodes backstage at The View. Let's just keep it moving. All right, I promised I was going to talk about Meghan Markle. I will. She's come under a lot of criticism because her security asked those around her at Wimbledon not to take her picture. Let me just cut to the chase. That's silly. That's stupid. She's out in public. She's not in private. She wasn't with her baby. I would have still taken her photo. I'd be like, no. It's not against the law. I'm not breaking any rules. Who does she think she is? A princess? She's not. She's a duchess, okay? And she needs to accept accountability for what happens because multiple people and multiple reports claim that the Duchess did that. And the reason being is she wanted, or her team claims they did that so that she could have a human interaction with people and not their cell phones. Stupid. People want the phone. People want the photo. Anyways, I'm done with her. Let's just keep it moving. I'm in the worst mood. But hey, at least I met up with the Dobre brothers yesterday. And maybe, hopefully, some of their fans, they're not going to subscribe to me if this is the kind of video I'm putting right after. But maybe I can get some of their Instagram fans to subscribe or to follow me on Instagram. Ay, Dios mío. Speaking of Wimbledon and Serena Williams, whom Meghan Markle went to go see, Serena broke the internet yesterday. She was on the cover. Actually, I should put this. This is a good one for the podcast, too. She broke the internet yesterday on the cover of Harper's Bazaar. A lot of people were upset that she showed a lot of booty. I wasn't. It worked. They showed booty to get attention, and it worked. And who said that she can't show booty? What's wrong with booty? She's not Meghan Markle. Why are you all so offended by a little booty? Kim Kardashian's shown a lot more. And she's still a role model. What's wrong? A lot of Americans are so dang prudish. It wasn't done in a grotesque way, or she didn't show anything more than when you go to the beach. And she looked great, I think. I also think that a lot of people having a strong negative reaction towards Serena are probably biased. I won't say they're racist, but they might have bias in them. And there's a difference between bias and racism. I'm not here to explain it. It's not my job. Google it or talk to a black friend. Okay. I have. All right. Speaking of magazines, while Serena is on the cover of Harper's Bazaar, Ariana Grande is on the cover of Vogue. And I gotta admit, it was the best magazine interview I have read all year. What made it also especially impactful is that Ariana hasn't given many interviews this year. She did a Zach Sang interview. I think that might be the only one, to be honest. Maybe another one or two, but not many. So this felt special, and she opened up, cried, of course, to the interviewer, talked about Manchester, talked about Mac Miller a lot, about how she was the glue that held him together, about recording and how Pharrell and recording her new album was healing and therapeutic. I don't want to go into it all because I'm over it. But it's well worth your time. So I'll have the link down below so you can read the entire article. And of course, I'll have the link so you can read, see, or hear more about everything that I talked about today. All right. Speaking of musicians, People magazine reported the wildest story, talking about Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber's anniversary of getting engaged. They got engaged a year ago. A source tells People, and I've said this before, People is very reputable, quote, "He can't imagine life without Hailey. He knows he wouldn't have made it through this year without her." What does that mean? He would have been dead? Has he been back on drugs? I think that quote made things worse than it did better. Is his mental health that bad that he would have taken his own life? What does that mean? Ay, ay, ay. Speaking of Bieber, he has released a new song, a remix of Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, officially with her. I think they really want that #1. It's just fine. If you haven't heard it, it leaked. Maybe the official one is out already. In more music-related news, Mariah Carey reveals that she's only slept with 5 people in her whole life. "I'm kind of a prude," she says. I think that's a good podcast one, too. I don't have any reason to doubt her. I mean, maybe there's some hardcore lambs that know how many guys she's dated more than I do. I mean, there was Tommy Mottola, Brian Tanaka, James Packer, Luis Miguel, Derek Jeter. Has she been linked to any other guys? Maybe she's telling the truth. I've only been with 5 guys also. More music-related news. A$AP Rocky's lawyers are saying that he is being held in inhumane conditions in Sweden. That the prison is disease-ridden. He doesn't even have a mattress to sleep on. They're trying everything to get him out of that country. I talk about this A$AP story on the podcast this week. The podcast is where it's at. I'm seeing the future. I think I'm going to eventually, if not give up on videos, just make a lot less. I don't know. I'm so going through a rut, a funk. Anyways, listen to the podcast, perezpodcast.com, perezpodcast.com, or don't listen to the podcast. Do whatever you want. Is anybody even watching at this point? Not most people. It's already 20 minutes, and just by average, most people would have dropped off probably at the 10-minute mark or something like that. You know what? I'm gonna have some of that CBD. Maybe I'll have some of the I'm gonna have some of the CBD right now. Screw it. I think I need it. It is not a drug, okay? So hopefully this video doesn't get flagged. Okay. All right. So, all right. An update. Speaking of legal matters, I just don't care. That's kind of refreshing, you know, to have no F's to give and just keep going. Let's see. Canvas, 1839. They do advertise on the podcast, but they haven't paid me to put them in a video. I've been using their cream. The cream is good. Helps because I've been real sore from all of my working out. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let me make sure I read the instructions. Shake well, apply half a dropper under tongue as needed. Okay. Does this need to be refrigerated? No. Oops. Okay. My first time ever. All right, that looks like half a dropper. It doesn't taste bad. Okay. I wonder how quickly that starts to work. Oh my God, it tastes like that one time I went to Amsterdam and I had a pot milkshake. It tastes like that. But it doesn't have any of that. Okay. All right. So, and more legal news. The assault charges against Wendy Williams' son have been dropped. There was a court hearing and Wendy was not there, but Wendy's ex, Kevin Hunter, was there along with the son, Kevin Jr. Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. got into a fight, but Kevin Sr. lobbied the judge. I kind of instantly feel better. This is not even fake. It's not. I'm hooked. Blah, 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 blah. Some TV news, Bachelorette drama. If you care, link down below. Jed Wyatt begging fans to stop harassing his family because apparently he's got a girlfriend or he was cheating or who the heck cares? I don't watch that show. But I talk about it on the website because a lot of you do and a lot of you care. Rest in peace, Ross Perot. He lived quite the life, died at 89. Wow. One of the first real disruptor, not one of the first, but a real disruptor. It's a great legacy to have. Also, Cameron Boyce's father, the recently deceased Disney Channel star, his dad has spoken out saying, quote, "I'm overwhelmed with the love and support our family has received. It really does help to ease the pain of this nightmare I can't wake up from. I can't thank you guys enough." So let us continue to send positive vibes to Cameron Boyce's loved ones. All right, on to Kardashian news. I'll just talk about it today. I'm not even gonna save it for tomorrow. Who cares? LARSA PIPPEN claims that she got vibes from Jordyn Woods, that there was chemistry between her and Tristan Thompson. So she totally saw it coming. And so did Kourtney Kardashian, according to LARSA, saying, quote, Kourtney was like, "Yeah, I believe it." Because there were other situations where Jordyn and Tristan were in the same room together and it was like a weird feeling. And Kourtney was in that room. Speaking of Tristan Thompson, his second baby mama, KHLOE Kardashian, got a lot of criticism for showing off her daughter True riding one of those $2,000 mini cars. It's a Kardashian. You don't expect them to be materialistic. But also, maybe she got it for free. They get a lot of free stuff. Y'all need to cut her a little bit of slack in that instance. I wouldn't pay $2,000 for my kids to have that, but if I got one for free, I sure as heck would let them have it. Also, happy birthday to Penelope Disick. I made her Latina all of a sudden. She just turned 7 and celebrated at IHOP. Surprisingly normal. A pajama party at IHOP, really cute. But showing up in a Mercedes stretch limo, not so normal. But what are you gonna expect? It's the Kardashians. All right, more birthday news. Get to that. More family news. Jada Pinkett Smith had Kristen Davis of Sex and the City on her Red Table Talk. It was a really good chat about interracial adoption. If you missed that, the link will be down below so you can check it out. Finally, happy birthday to Jaden Smith, Jada's son. He just turned 21, and to celebrate, he gifted free food to the homeless in Los Angeles. He launched a vegan food truck that will, at least for a little bit, be gifting away free food. Sure, it may be a gimmick to promote his new album as well, but they're doing good, and that is awesome. And I felt like I need to apologize if this video was all over the place. I just farted. That's the perfect way to end. I'm not even gonna sign off with my usual sign off. I'm Perez Hilton, and you're awesome.